What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I made a video, so let's do another Air Force story. So this Air Force story is still in basic training. What the hell is a 341? Okay, so we get in. TIs start handing out these square pieces of paper. It says this is a 341. You need to keep 4 of them on you at all times. And when you fill this piece of paper out, it has your squadron, it has your name, your squadron, and your flight. What the hell is this? So apparently this is basically one of the first signs that we started to get into this snowflake generation. I'm a Gen X. I'm at the tail end of Gen X, so there really wasn't any millennials in there with me. So this happened. I can't remember exactly when this went into effect, but the whole time I'm coming in, I'm figuring, okay, if I mess up or if I do something stupid, I'm doing push-ups, sit-ups, I can't remember what the hell the other ones are called. They're like a Russian push-up or something like that, to where you got to reach for the sky, bend down, kick out. I think that's what it's called. But basically what a 341 was whenever you messed up, you handed this 341 to whatever TI that were requested, and that was it. And apparently they would keep them. Who knows whether or not they would keep them, but apparently they would keep them and kind of stack them in their drawer to see how many you would get. And you know, if you got a certain amount of them, then they'd wash you back. And washing you back means if you were in your 4th week, they'd wash you back a week, so you would no longer be in your 4th week. You'd have to go back to your 3rd week and repeat it. So basic training wouldn't take you 6 weeks, it would take you 7. What a joke. What a straight up joke. And the reason why we're doing it, we had to do these 341s is how it was explained to me by the TI that somebody complained, probably to a representative. I think it was to a representative. Somebody complained that they had to do something physical when they messed up, and they didn't like it. So they wrote their congressman or whatever, and then the congressman says, oh, you know, you can't do that, and blah, blah, blah. Let's put it this way. TIs weren't even allowed to freaking swear at you. Unfreaking real, you know. Nothing better than, you know, you messing up and handing somebody a piece of paper. Oh no. Oh man. However, I did get a 341 pulled from me. I think I had 2 341s pulled from me. One was clearly my fault. Your lockbox, I believe you had your straight locker, and then you had your 2 drawers. One of the drawers had your shirts and things like that, and then I believe the top drawer had your personal stuff. So it had your wallet, your ID, your money, the card that they gave you and stuff like that, because they basically had to give you an advance on your pay so you could go buy all of the things that you needed. So, I believe at this time I had, and you're supposed to keep it locked at all times, and if you walk away from it and it's unlocked, you could actually get washed back for that. So I think I was either in my 3rd week or 4th week. I mean, it was a big thing. You didn't want to leave your lockbox unlocked. I can't remember what I was doing, but I got something out of my lockbox. I think we were getting ready to take a shower or something like that. Got something out of my lockbox. I went into the bathroom, and then I was there for a couple minutes or something like that. I knew it was really quick, and I think that's probably what saved me. When I came back to my lockbox, my drawer was gone. The TI actually pulled my whole drawer and stuck it into his office. I got back there, I was like, oh my God, what the hell happened? And next thing I know, Airman Schroeder, say your reporting statement. Sir, Airman Schroeder reports as ordered, yes. Get in here. So I get in there, and thank God it wasn't that freaking asshole TI. It was the SP TI. He's a pretty cool dude. So I get in there, and I'm scared to death. I'm thinking I'm going to get slammed for this. He says, yes, sir. He said, why'd you leave your lockbox open? And he answered for me. He didn't even really give me enough time to actually respond. So he basically said, were you just going out and you were going to come back to it pretty quick and things like that? And I said, yes, sir. And I think that's what it was, is because I didn't have it open for very long. It was just a quick thing. But sorry, give me a 341. Gave him a 341. Now, sometimes they would actually tell you to give all of your 341. So, depending on how much, and he only took one from me, I believe. So depending on how bad you messed up or something like that, they'd take 1, 2, 3, or 4. But you always had to keep 4 in your pocket. Here's another good story. And I believe this was the second one that I got pulled. So we all come back. I can't remember where we came back from. Probably MPF or something like that. So we're all coming back. We stop out in the middle of our dorms, and they say, anybody that needs to go and use the restrooms or anything like that, you've got 5 minutes. Jump up there, take care of your business, and come back out. Okay? There's a thing out, there was a certain job out there, it was called dorm guard duty. Now, dorm guard duty, they basically, and this is one of the things that if you messed up, you were almost 99% sure you were going to get freaking sent back, because it's a security violation. If you open that door to somebody that's not allowed to be in that dorms, boom, instant security violation, and you're going back. And sometimes they'll send you back to week 1 for doing something like that. So that's something that you really didn't want to do. Now, everybody gets the chance of doing dorm guard duty, and when you're in your 3rd week, you're not necessarily trained on dorm guard duty, but the TIs do let you know that you can get in trouble for it, blah, blah, blah. So we're all up there. That little asshole freaking TI comes up there, starts beating on the door. We don't have a dorm guard. Normally, if you're in your 5th or 6th week and things like that, normally you would actually do the dorm guard duties for the newbies for week 1, week 2, and week 3. So none of us had really been trained on it. But we knew we can get freaking sent back. So this dude is basically beating on the door. Let me in. Let me in. And we also had our squadron leader, I believe. I think we had one element leader up there, but the squadron leader was there. And little lizard, and he's like, what do I do? I don't want to get sent back for a week, because the TIs had already made it clear, the first week, the second week, and the third week, that they would screw with you, to get you to do something stupid. So, we're all, I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, I don't think you should let him in. I wouldn't let him in. Because it would just be one of those things to where if you let that dude in, bam, he just wants to send you back because he was an asshole. So he's pounding on this door. He's kicking the door. And you could actually feel the pressure, the air pressure, when he would kick that door. Just woof, woof. And our squadron leader's like, sir, I cannot let you in. We do not have a dorm guard. I cannot let you in. He's screaming and yelling, you haven't been trained on this. You need to let me in. Sir, I cannot let you in. If you make me go downstairs and go get this key, all of you guys are paying the price. Sir, we cannot let you in. We made that motherfucker go down there and get that key. I'm glad he did, too. I'm glad we forced him to go down and get that key to open that door. But sure as shit, he went down, grabbed the key, came back up. So we're all standing there at ease, up against the wall. Even before he came in, we're not standing there in a group or anything like that. We're just standing up against the wall at ease. And he starts yelling at us. You guys haven't been trained in this. You're not supposed to be doing this. And whenever I say to open this door, you need to open this door. Everybody get out of here. Hand me a 341 except for you. And he points at the squadron leader. We have no idea what he actually told the squadron leader. But thank God I wasn't the squadron leader, because I would have given him a piece of my mind. I would have actually told him, sir, you guys have screwed with us one too many times, to where you would make it seem like, oh, everything's, you haven't been trained in it, and da, 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 da. Regardless of whether or not we had been trained in that particular thing. In my opinion, a security violation is a security violation. Period. I don't care whether or not you've been trained in it or not. You don't let anybody in that's not authorized to get in. And he went about it his own freaking prick-ass way. You couldn't have been freaking cool about it or anything like that. To where if I was the TI, I would have beat on the door. I would have done the same thing. I would have beat on the door. I would have told them to let me in. As soon as they would have said no, I would have just walked downstairs, grabbed the key, came upstairs, opened the door, and then calmly looked at everybody and said, you know what? I completely understand where every single one of you was coming from. This could have been a major security violation. I understand that none of you want to get sent back to week 1, week 2. However, since you had not been trained on this, it's perfectly okay when you do not have a dorm guard to let me or the other TIs in. And I would have actually, in my opinion, I kind of would have accommodated him, or give him a recommendation, because there was really no reason to be an asshole like that, you know. And in my opinion, I mean, yeah, don't. That instance, you shouldn't have been an asshole. You should have said, you know what, I completely understand where you guys were coming from. You guys are a little bit familiar with it. You don't want to get sent back. We are kind of mind fucking you. And guess what? The TIs never told us the opposite. So they never told us, since you guys aren't really trained on it, and whenever you guys don't have a dorm guard, it is perfectly okay to let us in. Ah, yeah. You kind of forgot to let us know about that, didn't you, you little fucking asshole? Oh, man. And you could tell how much every time I freaking think about that dude. Oh, I just want to... Because he was just a little freaking prick. That's all he was. He was a short little freaking prick. You know, it reminds me of somebody that was constantly freaking picked on in high school because of his height or whatever and shit like that. And now all of a sudden he has freaking power, and now he likes to abuse that power and be an asshole. But that was one, and that was the other time that I got a 341 pulled. I don't think I ever got another. Oh, I did get another 341 pulled. I actually got 3 pulled. Believe it or not, I was actually a pretty good motivational speaker in the Air Force. And I'm the type of person that even if I write something down, the stuff that I've written down, and if I do it in front of people, it's nothing. Hopefully this battery doesn't die before this ends. So I'll get this out real quick. So we were getting ready to take our BMTM test. It's basic military training test, which is basically just a written test. We were getting ready to do that. So everybody wanted me to say a prayer. And I did my prayer, I did my motivational speak, and I'm actually out of my bunk. I'm not in my bunk. One of the TIs actually comes up, yells and screams, because yeah, when the lights are out, you're supposed to be in your bunk. Yells and screams, whoever's up, give me a 341. So I had to give a 341 that time too. But that was it. But in my opinion, 341s, no push-ups, sit-ups, and I think they were called Russian curls. Right. In my opinion, I think that's a lot better, because you can weed out the dirt bags. Because when you do stuff like that, push-ups and sit-ups and things like that, you really don't like doing them so many times. So, all right, guys, that's Air Force story, basic training. What the hell is a 341? Take it easy, guys. Peace.